Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
Here we go.
Hi.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for each of you joining. You made such an amazing choice tonight to join, and my name is Lindsay Gramont, and I am so happy to have you here tonight.
So I want to take the opportunity. My name is Kimberly, and I am so excited to introduce you to my dear friend Lindsay. You are in for such a treat to get to learn from Lindsay Gramont. She is also known as the Homemade Mommy. That's probably how many of you are here. An amazing blog about real food, really inspiring to teach people to eat real food. And through that journey has also taught us so much about using essential oils and natural products in our wellness. And an amazing, inspiring leader. Lindsay has helped over 40,000 people worldwide, and is more than that, just has such a servant heart and heart for leading people and truly helping people achieve wellness, purpose, and abundance. So I'm so thrilled to be here tonight with Lindsay.
Thank you so much, Kimberly. What an introduction. I am seeing the comments sideways. Vertically. Is it showing up properly on yours? It is? Okay. I'm wondering why the comments are sideways, but that's, not an issue.
To update.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I wonder why that is. But if you are watching the replay, don't even worry about this, because you're watching on YouTube and you cannot see the comments. But it's kind of funny on Periscope seeing the hearts go this way instead of this way. But it's all good. I'm hearing that it's fine. It's good. All right. So thank you so much, Kimberly, for that amazing introduction. I am humbled to be able to serve so many individuals worldwide, to support them on their healthy journey. And again, that number is related just to essential oils. The communities around the real food are amazing and second to none. So, prior to getting started with Young Living, I was working full-time in a corporate job, and the whole reason I started my blog was because of some health issues that I was dealing with, and I wanted to work through recipes that would help my own personal digestion, my own respiratory system, my own immune system, and I spent the time doing it because it was important to me and because it was something that I needed to do to help my health. But it was also a very stressful time. I had a new baby. My husband had just left his job, and so I became the sole income earner for my family, and we were living paycheck to paycheck. But it was kind of my escape to have this blog. And so in the midst of all of that stress, I'm really glad that I did that, because it led me on this path today to be earning as much income in a month as I was in an entire year, and to be able to have this amazing community. You joining here right now, somebody maybe in the same situation or listening to this, I want you to know that if you are a busy mom who is working a corporate job, or maybe even just has 5 kids at home with homeschooling, that it is possible to earn a full-time income with working just part-time hours. So I really appreciate you all joining today. And for the two co-hosts that I have here, Kimberly is a wonderful friend of mine. We're at her home right now, and Kimberly is the most fun person to work with. And she has built an amazing organization, and she is so committed, so passionate, and has so much enthusiasm that it's contagious. And I just love doing classes with her. So you guys are in for an amazing treat tonight to be able to feel the energy from Kimberly. So maybe you can give a quick introduction.
Sure. Thank you. That was a wonderful introduction. So I'm Kimberly Bernstein, and I am a mom of 3 and a wife, and I have a 7-year-old son and twin 5-year-old daughters. And prior to getting started with Young Living, I was a fitness instructor and a yoga instructor. I still am, but I don't know about you, but when I think of yoga instructors, I think calm. And
Oh.
Right. Namaste. And I was teaching between 30 and 40 classes a week. And my children knew the inside of every gym in Austin. They still will drive past them and say, oh, that's the one with the snacks you don't want us to eat, and that's the one with the good jungle gym. And I was not calm, and I was not what I needed to be for my family. Once I got started with Young Living, I really started being able to actually breathe, and what this has done, what the opportunity, what the wellness has done for our family is is not even something I can describe in words. So hopefully you'll get a sense as you continue listening to this class.
So thank you. And I also want to introduce Tracy Black, who is the face behind Don't Mess with Mama. If you have not checked out her blog, you should go and check it out right now and take tons of notes, because you're going to get some amazing recipes and how-tos. Tracy is one of the most organized and diligent people I know, and she is just an amazing blogger, because she just puts out so many great tips that you would never think about. So you love my blog if you're here, maybe a Homemade Mommy, but I'm telling you, Tracy's got some amazing, very well organized tips, and she will really put you in your zone. So Tracy.
Thank you so much. I'm like so honored to be here with these two ladies. Love Kimberly. We're sort of travel partners on our early journey. And with Lindsay, you know, I was a huge admirer of her blog, and that's how we sort of met. We were sort of blogging friends. And, you know, I got involved with oils simply because my friend Lindsay was doing it, and I was like, okay, she's doing it. I'm really curious about it. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I certainly, you know, was sort of struggling with, you know, making DIY recipes at home. My husband hated the smell of vinegar. I'm sure you can relate to that too. And he was like, please find something else. And so when, you know, I got introduced to the oils, I couldn't believe all the things that I could make with essential oils. And I continue to find new things every day. And that's kind of what I share on my blog. But now I feel like, you know, with my blog, similar to Lindsay, I had a former full-time job, working, you know, crazy hours, 50 plus hours a week, raising 3 kids. And now I'm at the point where I, you know, make more than a full-time income working part-time hours. So this has just been an amazing journey, and it's enabled me to do something that I love, sharing DIY recipes. So thank you.
Thank you so much. So I just want to also thank you for coming tonight. I know that you had a lot on your plate, but you took the time tonight to come and learn, and that is just amazing. And if you're watching the replay, thank you again for taking the time. And the person who shared this with you really cares about you and really cares about your health. And so I hope that you tonight will take, or today, whenever you're watching, will take extremely copious notes, because we're about to come at you with a lot of wonderful information. And tonight's class is really just the first to really help start you on a path to your journey. And there's going to be many more opportunities to learn. And feel free to watch this again and again if you miss something. I have people who are here that have been to how many classes? and still learn something new every time. So don't feel bad about watching twice or 3 times. Just so you know, we are all holding some papers up here because we tend to be squirrels and go off track, and this just keeps us on track, but also so that you know it's a tool for you to be able to share as well. So why are you here tonight? You came, you're spending time here with us. Why are you here? Is your goal, and maybe write it down right now. Think about it for a minute, everyone in the room here. Take some time to write down what your goal is to learn tonight. Maybe you're here to learn how to make some DIY recipes like Tracy was talking about. Maybe you need some help with everyday stress like Kimberly was talking about. Or maybe you need help supporting your digestive system, which is what I always need. Whatever the case may be, write it down and type it in. If you are watching and can comment, then go ahead and type it in right now. All of us are looking to get chemicals out of our homes. And, really there could be many goals for being here tonight. But again, this is just the first opportunity to learn. So know that there will be other opportunities to hear classes on many more topics. So let's just get this out of the way. None of the 3 of us are medical professionals, and we cannot treat, diagnose, or cure you. And the information that you're hearing tonight is for educational purposes only and to keep healthy people very healthy. This is a FDA compliant class today, and no one in the room or online, can post anything like, what do I do about, my diabetes or something like that, because we're not going to be able to answer that. But what we will be able to help you with today, and what you will learn, or be how to use your essential oils, how to incorporate them into your life, and to make some lifestyle changes that are going to help support you, your family, and all of your body. So whatever you were thinking about oils, get ready to be surprised. You're going to be able to use them in ways you never have expected. And whatever the reason that you're here, we've got an enriching class planned. So let's get to it.
Awesome. So what are Young Living essential oils? For me, I know that nature has provided us with everything that we need to survive and to thrive on Earth. The plants that are used in essential oils have been around longer than we have as humans, and humans have been using nature's abundance in many ways, from the obvious use like food and shelter to less known, including distillation into essential oils of plants for various powerful applications. For me, I know that essential oils are truly some of God's greatest gifts. I don't know about you. All I know is that Young Living's farms are completely open about our farming practices. We own 9, I believe. We have 9 farms, and then we partner with farms all over the world. And so I don't know about where you get your products from currently, but I know that for me, there is nothing like knowing that I can spend a week on a farm.
And you did spend a week.
I did recently spend a week in Idaho on the Highland Flats farm, distilling Idaho Blue Spruce. Last year I got to distill with Lindsay and Tracy. We got to distill balsam fir. And there is just nothing like being able to truly experience what we call the seed to seal process from seed to seal. I literally got to drive the machinery and I got to take the tree out of the ground and put it in the chipper and then unload the truck and then put it in the distiller and watch the whole process. And then I came home with my own bottle of Idaho Blue Spruce. And there is just nothing like that. So if you ever get a chance to visit a Young Living farm, we are completely open about our practices. I encourage you to take that opportunity. If you happen to be in Utah, go to the Mona, Utah farm.
It's been so fun.
So fun. We get to go in June. You will be inspired. You will completely, the love for our members is just incredible. And we have crews that hand pick the weeds out of our farms. We don't use any pesticides. We actually use essential oils in order to keep pests away. And some of our plants are so delicate that we actually are very careful about the language and the tone of voice we use when we are on the farms and distilling. So
That's
just
amazing.
know that your plants are in the best of hands with Young Living.
Thank you so much. So how did you come to realize that these essential oils were more than what you thought they were, Tracy?
Honestly, it was just opening up the bottle and smelling it myself. I'll admit, I used to buy essential oils from sort of health food stores and other sort of areas, and just the smell alone, I could just tell the difference right away. And then being on the farms myself, it was just great to kind of be involved in sort of that process and sort of see, again, I had my hands in the dirt. I actually, drove the machinery just like Kimberly. And so to actually be involved in that process just let me know that how different these essential oils are when you get to experience that whole thing.
That's great. And what about you, Kimberly? How have you been helped by the oil?
There are so many ways. Everything from improving my focus to, I think the most recent way that I have just been reassured that these products are truly amazing are that in February I ran a marathon that I wasn't particularly well trained for. And I was able to run the whole thing using Young Living's Ningxia Red and Ningxia Nitro and my Deep Relief, and I actually finished 5 minutes faster than I've ever finished a marathon before. And so that is just an amazing testimonial to what Young Living has done for me and for my family. How about you, Lindsay?
Yeah, I mean, for me, one drop of Digize on my tongue, and we'll be talking about that in a little while, but if anyone here has digestion issues, one drop of Digize on my tongue after each meal has just been life-transforming for my digestion. So how do we use essential oils? If you haven't been taking notes up until now, definitely now is the time to start. So first and foremost, the FDA has various labeling rules for dietary supplements and for cosmetics. And so I just want to make the point here that they prefer to see one type of label on any bottle. And so when we're going through some of these, we're going to be talking about the primary use for the oil, and that's where you should focus first. But know that oils in a traditional sense have been used in a variety of ways, and so you can, do whatever is best for your family. So the first way that you can use essential oils is topically. So Kimberly, how do you use them topically?
So topically is also known as transdermally. Essential oils are rapidly absorbed by the skin, which is not surprising considering the skin is the largest organ of the body. It is awesome to apply oils to the bottoms of your feet because your feet have the largest pores on your body. So one way is that we use, I'm actually going to, oh, I didn't.
Where's the roll on?
Well,
That's okay, that's okay.
Oh, I do have something. Oh, okay. So one way is that we boost our immune systems.
No. Do you have the roller one?
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
Topically.
Topically. So we support our well-being by putting oils on our feet. So we can easily take this bottle of Thieves, and I actually usually will pour the Thieves.
No. That's the Vitality one.
Oh.
Pick different.
Okay.
Lavender, maybe for calming.
Mm-hmm. So one thing that we do to calm before bed is that we will take this lavender, and super easy. Put this roll on top that comes in your premium starter kit like this. And I actually will often use an empty bottle. So once I've used my lavender, and just pour 10 drops of the new lavender into that, and then fill it with a carrier oil like olive oil or whatever your preference is, coconut oil. And then you can just apply it to the bottom of your feet. Super great for calming, also great for focus.
Great.
Yeah.
I love a roll-on that I make with RC and with frankincense. So I blend the two. I just do like 5 drops of each, and then I fill it up with a carrier oil as much as you want. It's for a smaller bottle or a bigger bottle, or you can just put like 20 drops of a carrier, and then I just apply it to my chest every night. It's unbelievable. It smells amazing. It smells like I'm in a spa, and it helps me to sleep better at night just because I breathe better, which is amazing. So the next step, a second way we can use oils is through is aromatically.
Inhalation or aromatically. So I don't know about you guys, but think about fresh baked cookies or fresh cut grass. It probably sort of evokes some sort of memory of when you were a child, maybe in the kitchen or as a child rolling around in the grass. That's basically what scents do. They're so powerful, and they're the best and fastest way to reach the mood center in your brain. It's through the nose. So in just a second, the essential oils hit the limbic system of the brain and have the power to affect our moods and our emotions too. So here's something else to kind of consider, and I talk about this quite a bit on my blog too, is think about what's sort of like in your home, sort of like synthetic things. 75% of American homes use synthetic air fresheners, for instance. I'm guilty. I used to do it too. If you do it, I want to see you comment there, because I want to know that this is a safe place, that many of us have done it before. Yes. And I just want to let you know I've done it too. But I used to have the plug-in air fresheners or like the aerosol sprays. Those are all sort of using chemical agents that have been linked to cancer, namely formaldehyde. So when you see the term fragrance, remember that it can include up to 300 different types of chemical ingredients. So not just one ingredient, up to 300. Nasty stuff, right?
Ugh.
Yeah.
So no wonder I had asthma.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Exactly. And I think a lot of households, with families, will experience that too. They'll wonder why they sort of experience sort of things like that. And it's usually because of the scents that are in our homes.
And when we think about how much time we spend outside of our homes, right, and where those things are.
Yeah. And the thing is I think many of us spend a lot of time indoors, especially during winter or spring. And so think about all of the, right? Think about all of the scents that are in your home. Exactly, your fall. Mm-hmm. So if you didn't already know this, formaldehyde is the #1 cancer-causing chemical, and it's what you're embalmed with at the morgue. So that's what's in our synthetic fragrances. So why are you breathing this in when you really don't need to? So there are a couple of ways that you could use. You can use essential oils. So Kimberly's got one right here. So is this a linen spray that you had made? It's like an air freshener? Mm-hmm. All right. So what do you do?
Okay, so you can take, I actually have this for something else, but I'll just show you what you can do. So this is, you can just take a pinch of Epsom salts or even sea salt, whatever you'd like. The purpose of that is that, think about your first grade science, oil and water don't mix. So you're not going to just put the oils into the water. So you just take a pinch of Epsom salt, and then you can put whatever oils you would like. What's your favorite?
With Epsom salt, lavender for sure.
Lavender?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so you
very
can just
relaxing.
put some lavender in here or some Stress Away, and then you have made a room spray. I know purification in our bathroom spray has replaced the
Right.
yucky.
So really, I just want you guys to sort of see this. So one little spray like this will probably cost pennies. It's basically water and essential oil. So this is what I used to spend like $3 or $4 at the store.
A fraction of a penny.
At a fraction, exactly. So, and you can really sort of customize the scents based on sort of your own preferences. So that's sort of one way to use the oils sort of aromatically. The other is to use a diffuser, which is what we have sort of there in the corner behind Lindsay. And so, yep, it's right up there. The diffuser is wonderful, and so it's, again, if you sort of like that sort of plug-in scent, you know, from your former air fresheners, the diffuser is a really great way to sort of do that. But basically what you do is you pour water in the unit, add your favorite essential oils, and then there you go. That's your replacement for a plug-in air freshener. And again, it's just water and essential oil, so just pennies compared to what you were sort of spending at the store. And something else that I sort of like to say is, again, when you were using those plug-in air fresheners on day 1, it smells different than day 30, right? It's not necessarily because there's less sort of scent that's sort of in that plug-in. It's because our noses have become desensitized. With the diffuser, the oils smell great on day 1 and day 30 and every other day in between. So it's a really great sort of value add.
That's a really, really good point.
Yeah.
You can also, the third way you can use essential oils is by ingesting them. And so you can, there's many different ways you can do this. You can put a drop of an essential oil in your water bottle, in your tea, or in your cup of coffee or something like that. You can also flavor foods with it. I love to add peppermint to chocolate. You can go on my blog and there's a great peppermint chocolate truffle recipe. So really great way to flavor various foods, and you don't need to use very much. For the entire recipe, I think I use like 3 drops of peppermint, so not really a big deal at all. You can also put the essential oils in a capsule, like an empty vegetable capsule. And I love to put thieves in there and copaiba every day pretty much to support my immune system. As many of you know from my blog, and probably some of you out there are thinking about how to support your immune systems. That's how I do it. I know that I'm going to get some amazing results from being able to just do that every day and just ensure I stay healthy, because for me, I don't know about you, I don't want to get sick. I want to stay healthy. And so if I am proactive in supporting my health, then I am going to have a much better result of not actually getting sick. We know that if we get more sleep, that we're going to do better. We know that if we don't stay up eating cake all night and drinking, a whole bottle of wine, that we're probably not going to get sick. And it's the same thing for how we support ourselves with various supplements, and essential oils can be a big part of that as well. So I try and make sure that when I'm traveling, I just got back from 2.5 weeks in Israel, and I'm still healthy. So I attribute that in large part to having the oils to support my immune system, because I wasn't getting a lot of sleep while I was there, and you know how that goes when you're traveling abroad. So that's really my favorite combo, is the thieves and copaiba. Do you have a favorite combo, Tracy, in your capsule?
I really like lemon really with anything. Lemon and thieves, lemon and copaiba. I really like that too.
Nice combo. Yeah, lemon kind of freshens everything up. Very nice. So let's talk safety, Tracy.
Okay. So this is sort of the fun, not so fun part. There's 2 places you can use. I'm sorry, let me start that again. You can basically use essential oils anywhere in the body except for 2 places, and it's actually not what you're thinking. Just put that out there. So you shouldn't put them in your eyes, simply because they're just not made to go there. So if you sort of need them for that area, you could do the brow bone or sort of like under the cheek, for instance, if you wanted to apply topically. But if, for instance, you accidentally put sort of, like I've done this before, I'll use peppermint and it's still in my fingers after putting it in the diffuser, or, or putting it in a capsule, for instance. But then I'll sort of accidentally get it in my eye, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's burning. So I'll use a bit of a carrier oil to kind of get it out. So remember, with the carrier oil, that sort of helps to attract the essential oil. So that helps to dilute and sort of, help with that if that ever happens to you, if you sort of do that on accident like I do.
Water will not help.
Water will not help.
No.
The other area you should not use essential oils is actually inside of your ear. So again, you can sort of apply around the ear, maybe even on the earlobe or like, the head if you needed to, but never put essential oils in the ear. Doesn't work that way. What I like to do instead, actually, if I'm using it sort of for my ear, is you could always put it on a cotton ball as well and stick the cotton ball in your ear. So I kind of mentioned a little bit just a second ago about carrier oils, and Kimberly mentioned this as well. So carrier oils basically help to dilute essential oils. So why would you want to dilute essential oils? Really, we'll talk about PanoE in just a little bit, but for some oils, when you're applying to like a larger surface area, like your lower back, for instance, 2 drops of oil is probably not going to be enough to cover it. So I like to add a little bit of coconut oil, or Young Living has a wonderful carrier oil called V6, and I actually love that. It's a sort of a pump bottle that you can use. I've even traveled with me here to Texas, and I absolutely love it. So really just use carrier oils basically to dilute oils. And I also like to use carrier oils when I'm using them on children, for instance. Using carrier oils will not sort of dilute the effectiveness. It sort of gives it more of like a time release. And again, it's sort of getting the oils to sort of a wider surface area. What are your sort of, other than V6, what are sort of your favorite carrier oils?
Oh, I love avocado oil because it doesn't have really any scent. And so I probably use that one the most. And I like the fractionated coconut oil to make roll-ons with as well. To me, the coconut oil, in the summer maybe it might be liquid, but virgin coconut oil is hard in the rest of the time. It's firm at above room, below room temperature. I just like the fractionated one because it's more liquid. So, but you don't need to ingest that one, but just to put on the body.
Yeah. I like jojoba oil for my face.
I agree. I like that too.
Find it to be non-comedogenic, not pore clogging.
There's, so you can go and research all kinds of carrier oils, but really, from a practical sense, anything that is fatty will qualify. So if you're at a restaurant and you happen to get something in your eye that you don't want, you could grab a piece of butter and put it on there and it wouldn't matter, or even some milk. Anything with some fat content will do the job. So don't worry about going and grabbing, some olive oil out of your kitchen. I would just recommend that you get something that's cold pressed and organic. You don't want to be using some kind of cooking canola oil or something, but I just don't recommend using those oils anyway. But if you happen to have that, maybe go and buy something that's more cold pressed and organic for use with your essential oils. So by a raise of hands, who is here thinking I don't know which oils to start with? What are the top oils that I should have that are really going to help me with the broadest amount of issues and supporting things in the body? Raise of hands, anyone? And all you guys online, let me know if you're wondering the same thing. So I want to introduce you guys to the top oils that we're going to go through today. You have your basics in your kitchen, your butter, your salt, your pepper, all of your various spices, the most common basic ingredients that you're going to reach for the most often. And it's the same with essential oils. So these are the ones that we recommend getting started with, and they are packaged up in a nice package with the starter kit, the premium starter kit, and we're going to talk about each of these oils now. So the starter kit also comes with a diffuser to smell them all and a few other things which we'll go through soon. So what is your favorite thing and story that you have about lavender, Kimberly?
Right. So lavender is kind of the Swiss Army knife of oils. It's one of history's oldest, most celebrated oils, and I really love how calming it is. I love that I can be with an excited room full of second graders going on a field trip.
That must have been awesome.
To see bugs.
Wow.
I can put a roll on top on lavender and swipe children as they walk past me. Not that happened today or anything. And they sat down and listened to the bug lady talk about bugs, and everybody was happy.
That's awesome. I love that. We're passing around the lavender right now, so everybody's feeling nice and zen and relaxed. And if you are watching this with someone else who has some lavender to share with you, I hope you get to smell ours. It smells very distinct, I think, compared to other lavenders I've smelled, like sachets and things like that. We froze the peppermint for me. Next up is peppermint, so now we're going to wake you up. What are you laughing about?
That's okay. We're
Close quarters.
We're close. We're close.
Okay, here is the peppermint top. So we're going to pass around peppermint now, and you'll see that this is called Peppermint Vitality. And that just means that the vitality oils are oils that you can use internally, as I was talking about before, to ingest them. So as I mentioned before, I don't know about you guys, but I know that peppermint and chocolate go really well together, so I'm just going to mention that again. But the other point is that I can put a drop of peppermint on my tongue when I'm traveling on like a bus in Israel, for example, and needing, when you're on a bus in Israel driving around and maybe you are looking down or talking to someone, that is a good way to just like freshen up, wake up, focus, but also maybe get rid of that occasional motion sickness. So I just really love how it supports my digestion, and I mean, peppermint is just like so awesome for waking up. When there's a supplement we're going to talk to you about in just a minute called Ningxia Red, but in the mornings, right when I get up, I will put a drop of peppermint in there just to wake me up first thing in the morning.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, next up we're going to talk about lemon vitality. I'll pass this around. I love lemon. Oh man, I love it. It smells amazing. It is sunshine in a bottle. So how many of you like to have your sort of lemon in your water? I used to drink it like 3 times a day, absolutely love it. So I used to do sort of the lemon juice and put a squeeze in my water. Well, sometimes it would actually kind of upset my stomach simply because the lemon is from the acid, the sort of the juice of the lemon. It's not the case with the lemon vitality essential oil. So with that, it's actually made from the rind. So the oil comes from the rind of the lemon. So it doesn't sort of have that acid. So if the lemon juice, for instance, sort of irritates you, this won't do it. And it smells so wonderful, and it's so much more potent than anything that you'll get from a squeeze of lemon. I mean, you'll probably need, like a dozen lemons to get sort of the potency of sort of one lemon from one drop of lemon here. And I love to do sort of, a drop in my water every day, and Ningxia Red, like we said, we're going to talk about in a little bit more detail in just a bit. I also really love to cook with lemon too. So for instance, my son's birthday's coming up, and so I like to make sort of my own homemade gluten-free cake, and I make my own frosting with just a little bit of mascarpone, a little bit of honey, and a couple of drops of lemon, and that's sort of like a lemon.
I was hungry now.
Yeah, delicious. It's almost like a lemon sort of cream cheese frosting that I put in his cake, and it just tastes delicious. Smells wonderful, but it's just, again, made from a lemon essential oil, so really easy to do. So just like peppermint, great to use for sort of cooking or baking. The other thing with lemon essential oil is that it has the naturally occurring constituent D-limonene, which is fantastic. And this is kind of a cool little experiment. I've got 3 little boys, and so they loved doing this. If you get a styrofoam cup and fill it with water and add a couple of drops of lemon vitality oil, what you'll see after a couple of minutes is that, you'll be sitting with kind of like just water all over your lap because the lemon actually sort of eats away at the styrofoam. So this is what people often ask is, well, what does it do inside your body? Well, here's the thing. Styrofoam is sort of a petrochemical. Our bodies are not. Our bodies are natural. So when you're using lemon essential oil, make sure you're using it in a cup of, if you're using it in a cup of water, for instance, in like a stainless steel, or I love mason jar glass bottles, and I use that. But it's just really wonderful to use it in that. Yeah.
Excellent point.
And it's pretty much digesting that stuff
Thank
if it's
you.
built up in your,
Yeah,
in your
it's
body.
like a scrubber.
It is a scrubber. Okay, frankincense. So I'll talk about frankincense next. So frankincense is my love. I love Frank. He and I have a special relationship. Let me tell you why. When I first got the premium starter kit, when I got frankincense, I was like, I don't know what to do with this. What am I going to do with frankincense? And really, when I started reading about all the things that it can do for the skin, for instance, I don't know about you, but I've been using oils for about 2 years now, and my skin has never been brighter or clearer thanks to frankincense. So I actually like to pair frankincense with lavender. And it's just great for the skin. I either, I have a natural facial serum that I have on my blog, or if you've got a serum that you love or a moisturizer, add a couple of drops of frank and a couple of drops of lavender, and it just does wonders for your skin. And it's sort of, you'll notice it even just like after a couple of weeks, and certainly for me after 2 years, I feel like my skin's never looked better. So that's why I say Frank and I have a special relationship. But frankincense is also really wonderful to put in the diffuser for times of sort of meditation and prayer. And again, frankincense and lavender is a great diffuser combo. And just a little bit of a history lesson. frankincense was also mentioned in the Bible many times, and along with myrrh was given to baby Jesus, during his birth. So really wonderful oil. Does anybody else love to use frankincense?
I'm obsessed with it.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I think the great thing about frankincense is that it brings value to the kit. Again, I would have never bought it. I would have never known about it hadn't been for the kit. So love my frank.
Awesome. Thank you. Let me see this is the Copaiba Vitality Oil, and when you pass it around to smell, I mean, it doesn't really have a strong scent. It's a little bit cinnamony, I guess you would say, but it's really, really important as a daily wellness supplement. So this, I mentioned before, I put in a capsule or I put in my Ningxia Red. You can put it in some tea, but really, really amazing for supporting overall wellness. It is just one of these oils that I would not do without anymore. It supports my immune system. It's a really fantastic, fantastic oil. So I told you guys I paired that with Thieves. So let's grab the Thieves Vitality quickly. I'm going to pass that around too. Thieves, you probably heard of. I don't know if you're watching and if you have ever heard of Thieves, but Thieves is like one of our most popular oils, as well as being the base for many popular products. The Thieves line of household cleaner, as well as this spray to clean, spray things and oral care, as well as laundry detergent and dish soap. It's just one of these very clean smelling, refreshing types of oils, and so it is the base for a lot of our products. The Thieves Vitality Oil is really great for supporting the immune system. It is filled with some amazing things. So it's a blend. It has lemon, rosemary, cinnamon, and eucalyptus in it. And it is... And clove too. So you can only imagine what it smells like. In the fall, I crave this oil, and I love to use it daily. So Thieves is pretty much that. Do you guys have any other thoughts on Thieves?
I love to take a drop in our Ningxia Red to support our immune system, but I also really love using the household cleaner to make our hand soaps. And you can buy Thieves hand soap, but I know that I send my kids to school with their own Thieves soap that is made out of the Thieves household cleaner. And again, it's pennies on the dollar. My kids love it. Their classrooms love it. And I feel like people wash their hands more often because they like how it smells.
Yeah, and it really does clean well. There's actually also, I just want to mention, a Thieves fruit and veggie soak, which I use very often. So I'll throw strawberries in there, and it really, really scrubs them very clean. Okay, how about Panaway?
So next up is Panaway. This is a blend of 4 oils. It's wintergreen, clove, helichrysum, and peppermint. And it is a best-selling blend formulated by Gary Young, and it's one of the first oils that I use. It is amazing for post-workout supporting or just easing tension in muscles. And you can, this is another one that kind of gives, I'm going to pass it around, gives the kit its value. You can add it to V6 or whatever your carrier oil of choice is. It is great for like a back massage or a neck massage if you want to give anybody a back massage, but I like to pair it with lavender, and you can also put it in Epsom salt. Yep, here and there. You can put 5 or 10 drops in Epsom salt and put them in your bath. Now, why would you not just drop it into your bath? Because oil and water don't mix, so it will sit on the top of your bath. But Epsom salts are really great in general for getting you some additional magnesium, and most of us are magnesium deficient, so you're really doing your body an awesome service if you put your oils in your Epsom salts and then put them in your bath. And after I've done a long run, I really like lavender and Panaway.
Awesome.
How about you guys?
Thank you.
Any Panaway favorite uses?
Yeah, my
pretty
husband.
much that.
Sorry, go ahead. I was going to say my husband's an athlete, and so he loves to use Panaway, for instance, after he goes surfing. And I really say whether you're an athlete or you're sitting all day or standing all day, you're going to want your Panaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Well, you get to talk about my favorite one.
Purification. I love purification. So I'm just going to say again, I've got 3 boys, so purification is really a must in my household. So what is purification for? Just like the name implies, it's great for sort of purifying and cleansing. It smells wonderful. In fact, I just need to take a smell right now, a little whiff.
Pass it around. Too.
Love it, love it. So really, when you open a bottle of Purification, immediately you're going to smell the lemongrass, the citronella, a little bit of rosemary, and it's got other essential oils in it. And it just sort of, when you put it in the diffuser, for instance, it makes the house smell wonderful. So whether you're cooking stinky fish, whether you have a teenage son who has lots of stinky socks around the house, whatever it is, it just smells great. You know, for instance, we're here sort of, you know, visiting, and our hotel room, when we first got in, just did not smell so great. Do you guys relate to this? Like, it smells musty, or you're just like, I don't know who was in here before.
Yeah.
I immediately put Purification in the diffuser, and the whole hotel room smelled wonderful. So really, for sort of any sort of stinky smell needs that you have, Purification is it. I'll tell you a couple of other things that I like to do is, if I can't have my diffuser with me, that little spray bottle that Kimberly showed us earlier, I like to put Purification in there. Yep. That's sort of my preferred sort of, you know, air freshener on the go. My sister has 2 teenage sons, and she says their shoes smell awful. So she actually puts Purification on cotton balls and sticks them in their shoes. And so I thought that was a really clever way to sort of, you know, combat sort of that stinky smell. The other thing that I like to do is, I'm sure none of you are this way too, but when I work out, my gym clothes smell. They just do. Do your gym clothes smell?
I've been told.
My gym clothes smell. I will admit it. Like, I can't even wash my gym clothes with the regular clothes because everything will smell stinky. So I've got a solution to that now. Now I actually put a couple of drops of Purification in my Thieves laundry soap and put that into the washer, and everything smells wonderful, including the stinky socks and, you know, the yoga pants and everything. The other thing that I like to do is in the dryer, if I feel like I need a little extra boost, I have wool dryer balls. So that's a really easy, healthy swap that you can do instead of the dryer sheets. I'll put a couple of drops of Purification on my wool dryer balls and stick that in, and everything smells wonderful. So no more stinky gym clothes, no more stinky teenage boy socks or anything. Everything smells wonderful. What about you guys? Did I miss anything?
I mean, that Purification is the oil that I always have to restock.
Yeah.
I mean, I buy like 5 at a time because I use it for so many different things. All the things you just mentioned.
I like to enjoy the outdoors annoyance-free with Purification. So same as Tracy, I can just take a spray bottle and spray around myself when I'm outside, and everything just feels wonderful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Digize.
Digize. Love it.
I already mentioned this before, but I love all things digestion. Anything that's going to help my stomach, I'm all over it because, and really this, I'm going to pass this around for you guys to smell, but because of the phenol and the anise, and there's like 11 different oils in here, right? 10 different oils. It has like a very interesting smell. So it's not really for smell. It is for your stomach. So where do you put things that you want to get in your stomach? In your mouth. So Digize, I put a drop on my tongue after a meal, or you can put it in a capsule too, or you can put it in your Ningxia Red. But I wouldn't suggest cooking with it. No. But it is, I like the taste of it now because I know what's going to happen. It's like when you smell the most amazing cooking. Why do you like the smell of that amazing cooking? Do you like it because of the smell, or do you like it because you know you're about to eat something really yummy? I think it's the same thing with Digize. I know when I put a drop on my tongue that I'm going to feel great. So that is my Digize story. RC.
All right, RC. Anybody here like going to a spa? So that's probably not really practical all the time, right? So you might as well make your house smell like a spa, which you can do with RC. So RC has 10 oils in it, including myrtle, eucalyptus globulus, marjoram, pine, eucalyptus, so lots of eucalyptus radiata, eucalyptus citriodora, lavender, cypress, black spruce, and peppermint. I really like this oil before I work out in the morning. I can just take a little bit of V6 and a drop of RC and put it on my chest, and I'm breathing easy. Everything feels more open. You know, if you're running hard, you might feel like you want a little bit of to breathe easy, but also to diffuse it in our home for that spa-like atmosphere. My kids come home from school and I'm feeling like Calgon, take me away, but not really, because Calgon is not what I want to use. So diffusing RC really helps kind of make it feel like I can.
Yes, in
feel
the
good.
bath too, huh?
In the bath too, yes.
Yes, I like doing that.
Anybody
in the
else
bath.
have a favorite art? Well, you mentioned a chest. You like a
Yes,
chest from
at night.
Lindsay.
I definitely will put RC on my chest at night, as well as my daughter's, diluted with a carrier oil. And it's just, I only use just a few drops. It's just enough to smell nice and to have a good night's sleep.
Awesome.
I agree.
I'm realizing that our bonus oil is up here somewhere.
It's actually right
No.
here.
Thank you. Okay. So those are the 10 oils that are in your premium
Thank you.
starter kit, but you actually get an additional bonus oil, and that is my good friend Stress Away. So I don't know about you, but when I am grocery shopping with 3 children,
I can relate. I can relate to this. You both have 3 children.
this is the oil that I do not want to be without. I can put my roll-on top on it, and I can roll it on my wrists.
Mommy, Mom,
Mama, just
Mom.
put your hand right here, thank you.
Mom, Mommy.
Or driving in traffic. So I could actually talk about Stress Away forever, and that's probably because Lindsay and Tracy spent 3 hours learning about Stress Away at Winter Harvest in 2015. So we could probably all talk about Stress Away forever, but I won't.
It smells really good.
It's got copaiba, lime, lavender, cedarwood, and some other vanilla essential oil in it. And it is really just great for relaxing your whole body. So it really literally has a physiological impact where you literally feel calmer. It's great for when I remember to reach for the Stress Away, I am less likely to reach for the cookies or the chips, because it physiologically helps me
That's huge.
think rather than react. I will sometimes put it on, not to name any names, but the most stress-inducing child, and and everybody feels it. And it makes you remember, excuse me, too, that stress comes from somewhere. If we are feeling stressed, that we need tools to calm down.
That's awesome. So I said that I was going to talk about Ningxia Red, and I reached that. You have long arms, thank you. So also in your starter kit, you get 2 packets of this amazing supplement here. So I don't know about you, but all I know is that Ningxia Red really tastes great. How many of y'all in here think that, there's a lot of hands going up. Okay, everyone that is has tried this. So if you are watching this and you are a member and you've never tried this, I'm here to tell you that I also looked at this packet. I mean, being the homemade mommy, everything I make is homemade. I looked at this packet and thought, I'm not drinking anything that comes in a packet. And so it took me about 9 months, I think, to try it. How long did it take you to try it?
I actually started using it right
You
away.
did?
I did.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
you got over it right away.
I did.
I could not get my ego out of the way because I should be able to make everything, right? But this is not something that you can make. This is something that is it's like gold inside of a packet. This has helped my digestion tremendously, and I also have experienced a lot of energy from it. And I think that's what most people I hear about talk about is an energy boost. It does not have any caffeine in it, so what helps it do that? I don't really know, but it works. So just make sure that you go and you grab these out right now and you put them in your fridge and try them in the morning, and commit to doing something with them for about 30 days, and you will notice an amazing difference. Just a 1 ounce shot. I mean, we're not talking about like drinking a whole bottle of this every day. Just a 1 ounce shot to start with will be enough to have you start to discover some results. And I would love for you to share those results with me, with any of us, as you start to see them. But this is something that was developed to, I don't know if you guys have heard of goji berries, but the wolfberry, which is inside of Ningxia Red, is basically the similar thing, but from the Ningxia province of China, whereas the goji berry is from India. So it's a very concentrated, highly antioxidant drink, and we know how good antioxidants are for us. So it's our little super drink. We make these little shots every morning in my house, so yes, my 7-year-old knows how to take a shot, which I think is really funny. But we put different oils in, and she gets to pick which one she wants to put in there. And so, definitely the lemon vitality is going in there, the thieves, the copaiba, but everyone gets to kind of pick every day what they want to put in there. But those are some of my favorites. So if you have not tried this yet, please ask the person who sent you to watch this video to give you a little sample to try. It's amazing. So out of curiosity, how did you say to yourself while you were watching, I could use one of those? If you could, please type it in to the chat window or raise of hands in here. How many of you said I'd use one of those? Okay. How many of you could say, you know, I could use 3 or more of those oils? Yes. Okay. Right. So can't you see why we call these things the everyday oils? I mean, these are the top oils that you're going to use most of the time. Oils can be used to enhance fitness programs, to support the body's normal detoxification process, to deal with emotional healing, and for maintaining and supporting a healthy endocrine system. So again, I mentioned this is just the first of many opportunities to learn, and there are so many different ways that you can learn about all the different kinds of oils that you can incorporate into your life. Okay, so thank you. Oh, wait. Here. Okay. So guess what? I get my oils and my supplements paid for every month. Is anyone watching also get those? Yes? Yep. People watching in here, raise of hands. So this company is set up so that you can earn an income to help support your own self-care, because your own self-care is really the best healthcare that we can offer. As I said before, being proactive about your health is way better and less expensive than being reactive about your health. And I have met so many encouraging people. Being able to do this class with the two of you, the resources that we have at hand, all of the third-party training is unbelievable and unmatched. And so all I know is that these oils work for me and for my family, and I don't know of any other health food store, like whatever drugstore or health food store or Walmart, that's going to write me a check for buying the supplements and the oils that I need to make all the things we talked to you about tonight, as well as many, many, many more. So getting a thank you check from Young Living is something that I just think is great to be able to help my friends and family become healthier. Do you?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I certainly get my thank you check every month, so I love it. So how do you get started with the kit? So this is the Premium Starter Kit, like we said before. So it comes with the 10 oils plus the bonus Stress Away oil and the diffuser that's up there, and some other goodies like we talked about, the Ningxia Red, the rollerball bottle, and some sample bottles too. So you get all of that for just $160 plus tax and shipping. So, you know, I know when I first got started looking at the oils, when I individually priced everything, I couldn't believe it was over $300 if you buy everything at retail. But if you get it at the wholesale membership, it's just $160. And kind of like when you go to Costco, right? You pay for the wholesale membership and then you buy the food, right? You're kind of paying on both ends. Well, when you get a Premium Starter Kit, you get the wholesale membership included, which is amazing. So what do you get with that wholesale membership? What that means is anything in the future that you get. So let's say, you know, we talked about, you know, I love purification, for instance, and that's one that I know Lindsay orders again, I order again, I'm sure Kimberly does as well. So when you want to reorder some oils, you get 24% off retail prices. So that alone makes it so much worth it. Not only that, Young Living has a huge line of singles and blends, almost 200, I think, total, plus other products too, like the supplements like Ningxia Red, or like the cleaners like the Thieves Household Cleaner, for instance, or toothpaste. Pretty much anything you can think of, Young Living's pretty much got. So you can get the kit for just the $160 with the wholesale membership included. Now, the other optional thing that you can do when you get started is get what's called Essential Rewards. So does anybody here, so type it in the comment box, does anybody here do Stitch Fix? Stitch Fix? Anybody? No? Stitch Fix, Birchbox? So these are sort of like monthly subscription boxes. Like they have some subscription boxes for kids, for instance, like kids activities. Well, I get Stitch Fix, and you know, basically what they do is they sort of send you, you know, things every month, like clothes every month, for instance, right? But it's kind of, you know, a crapshoot. You don't know what they're going to send you. With Essential Rewards, you get to pick exactly what you want. So you can say, I want to reorder Thieves and Purification, for instance, and that would count towards your Essential Rewards. But unlike those other subscription boxes, you actually earn points based on your purchases. So you earn 10 to 20% back, and you get discounted shipping. So it's just amazing value that you sort of get just from getting the products that you already love. And again, you know, if you go to Costco, you know, wanting to get your products, they're not going to give you 10 to 20% back on your purchases, you know, but you get that with Essential Rewards. So awesome deal. Anybody here use Essential Rewards right now? Yes? Okay, so we've got pretty much all hands in the room. What about you guys? Go ahead and type in the comments. Are you on Essential Rewards right now? Yes, yes, yes. Love it. Okay. So the other great thing about wholesale membership is that you're already set up to earn an income, so you can start sharing right away. That's how I got started with Essential Rewards, with my wholesale membership, which is awesome. So what we sort of like to do right now is sort of, just to take a show of hands is, there's sort of 3 types of people. So the first type is, the oils look really interesting, but I'm not quite ready right now, but, obviously you're here because you want to learn about health and wellness. Well, here's the thing, this is the Premium Starter Kit. There's also another kit that you can get started with, and it's called the Thieves Kit. So the Thieves Kit includes pretty much the whole Thieves line. It's got, the Thieves household product, the Thieves household cleaner, toothpaste, mouthwash, the Thieves sanitizer, I believe, as well as the hand spray, and it's just amazing. So, if you're not quite ready to jump into essential oils just yet, you can get started with your Thieves Kit. So this is great for those of you who may not want to DIY right away, or it's a little intimidating. You can sort of buy the products already made with the Thieves Kit. So that one's really wonderful. We also have what's called a Ningxia Red Kit. So you get those Ningxia Red packets that we were saying we absolutely love, and that's another optional kit that you can get too. So the second type of person is, I am really interested in the oils, and I think I might want to start sharing casually, so we can get you started and show you how to do that. And the third type of person is, yes, I definitely see the potential here. I want to get my oils kit, and I'm ready to start sharing. And you want to start fast tracking your sort of learning with how to do the business. Like I said earlier, I make more than a full-time income, and I only work part-time hours. So if you want to do that too, you can do it.
Well, how has it changed your life, the business, Kimberly?
It's been incredible. Like I said, I was prior to being a yoga teacher, I was a social worker, and so I went from working 80 to 100 hours a week to working 10 hours a week, doing something that I feel super passionate about, still being able to help people, and really being able to attend the 2nd grade field trip today.
Nice. With stress away. And lavender.
And be able to earn triple what I was earning as a clinical director, which was an extremely high stress job.
Yeah.
So.
That's amazing. Yeah. And for all of you who are watching, we're about to close down the video, and if you're watching the replay, please make sure that you go to the person who referred you to this video, and they can help you to get started. If they sent you a link or their member number, make sure that you use that. As we've mentioned, Young Living is a referral-based business, and so you want to make sure you type that in, because you will be put with somebody, and you want to make sure that you are put with the person that you know, and that you are getting the support that you need to be able to do what you want to do with Young Living, whether that be being an amazing customer and using these oils to support your lifestyle changes and your health, or being, doing something with the business. Whether if you want to be fast tracked and learn all you want to know, you want to make sure that you're getting the best support to do that. If you have joined this training with me, you can always head over to my website, and I can sponsor you into any of those types, and please let me know which type you are. If you're watching right now, we'd love to see what type you are. You can type that in. You can tell the person who referred you to this video what type you are, 1, 2, or 3, and they can help you in the best way possible to serve you, and then you feel like you are getting the most helpful support that is not in any way pressuring, because we want to honor you and where you are and which type you are. We really appreciate the time that you spent here tonight, and sincerely hope that you were able to learn an incredible amount. I learned some things tonight that I didn't even think about before, like that cotton ball trick in the shoes. I think I'm going to do that to my husband's shoes. Every time I go to a class, it doesn't matter how many times, I learn something new. So please feel free to share this with anyone that you want to. If you registered through the webinar link that I put up, you will be getting an email shortly with a replay link, not shortly, probably tomorrow, 24 hours from now, with the replay link that will give you this replay option on YouTube to be able to watch this anytime that you want. I appreciate everyone joining. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.